Hello everybody, this is Robert. This will be the first one, a premiere of my following commentary slash tutorial series of various different things in the world. And so for this time I'm going to do a video about how to make traditional style Chinese pot stickers. And this video is dedicated to my dear friend Jared and my lovely girlfriend Ray. So enjoy. So yeah, along all my years in the United States, I've had lots of pot stickers from different Chinese restaurants, but well, most of them are not doing it absolutely the correct way. I mean, some of them is just not even close. Like lots of them, they just take the pot sticker, the dumpling, throw it in the oil, like you are frying a French fry. That is absolutely wrong because that is not even close. I mean, there are other stuff going that way, but so here I'm going to break down the detail of this thing, just briefly a little bit. So what you need, the raw ingredients are really simple, just flour, water, meat, prefer to be chopped up. If you don't want to chop the meat, it's a lot of work. Vegetable of your choice, seasonings, and that's about it. On the tools, you need, preferably you have a mixer which can make dough for you. You need a rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin, use a wine bottle, always helps. You need a knife, a cooking knife, regular cooking knife, and you need a fry pan, flat fry pan with a lid that fits perfectly because otherwise it's going to be messy. And you need some large oven pans to hold all the dumplings because they are going to take a lot of space. So that's about all. It's very simple, and the whole process can break down to 4 pieces. The making of the wrap, basically you're just making doughs and perform on the doughs. The making of the stuffing, that's basically you chop up all the meat, or they are already chopped up, or you chop up all the vegetable, put in the mixing bowl and seasoning it, and then mix them up. Third is the assembly. Basically that process, you just take a wrap, put the stuff in, wrap it up into the dumpling. And fourth is the actual cooking, the heating up process of the dumpling itself into pot stickers. So it's very simple, very easy. I don't have like an exact portion of ingredient, the ratio. I don't do that. I believe cooking is all about your imagination. So let's get started. So yeah, the first thing you want to head up will be the wrap. Wrap is easy, just some regular flour should be good enough. I already threw one of the packs in there, and you want to get some warm water. So basic warm, you don't want it very hot, just the warm water, you wash your hands in there. And a little bit salt, not too salty. So yeah, so you want to make the dough a little bit hard because when you ferment, let it sleep for like 30 minutes, it's going to get pretty soft. So you want to add water slowly so you don't like make a huge piece of goo out of here. Okay, so
you have to plug it in.
Haha. So yeah, now you have the dough here. So you want to, flatten out a little bit. Then you need this, the plastic wrap, to basically take out the piece, cover it up, leave no air. You don't want the dough to get fermented and get sour. So yeah, basically just, I hate this thing, as always. So yeah, close up. So yeah, you basically want to make it as airtight as humanly possible. So yeah, this looks good enough. So just leave it there for like 30 minutes. It'll get very soft, very stretchy, lots of strength in the dough, so you can stretch into different shapes. So yeah, the vegetable this time we choose is green onion and beef. So that is our choice today. But if you want to do other combination, it's free for yourself. But the thing is, if you want to do vegetable like lettuce or cabbage, you have to go through a very daunting process of dehydrate them a little bit by squeezing them. So I'm not going to explain it here. So I suggest you to just stick with the green onion part. So you just basically cut up, get rid of the roots, cut them in half, then chop them into very small pieces, throw in there. So yeah, for the flavor of the meat, you also want some ginger and garlic. Garlic you have to be peeled, and ginger take like reasonable amount, compared to the size of the whole thing. This is for 4 pounds meat and this much green onion. So yeah, so you have to chop them up, and basically you want to cut them into little slices, then into little shreds, then into very little cubics. Okay, so now we are going to mix everything into the stuffing. So we have the chopped up green garlic, green onion, ginger all in there. And we got the meat. We save the time and energy, so we just get the Angus meat, kind of good, I guess. 15% of fat, so you don't want like 10%, that's too small fat portion. You don't want like 20%, that's too much, too fatty. Or you feel like you can choose them to the 15%, and we're going to dump in there. Add other seasonings. You could add Chinese brown sauce, but most cities don't have a Chinese store or Asian store, so soy sauce will do the work. Also, this is like a mixing seasoning. Most cities don't have it, so use whatever mixed meat seasoning you can get. And another thing is, don't make this thing too salty, because if you go don't salty enough, you can put more salt in your sauce. But if you got too salty, then it's a disaster. So yeah, we'll see. Have this thing in there. Also put a little pepper. It really helps with the meat, the blood sting thing. You don't want that. Right. Also, we have the secret ingredient, sesame oil. You just put like this much in there you can really smooth things up and give a very unique flavor. So you put some like half first, then you stir for a while, then you put the other half in there. So. Okay, this part is why making dumpling and stuff so messy, because you do not want the hot stickers to stick on the plate. You put them on like a plate, so you have to put flour over them, and it has to be everywhere. So basically it's everywhere. So it's going to be everything is white, and prepare for cleanup. Okay, so now after 30 minutes, you have your dough kind of nice and squishy now, like this. You want to get the cupboard, throw a bunch of flowers in there, you just so they don't stick. Then you take a get more. Something like this. So you basically, you want to coat it with the flour so they don't stick around anymore, and basically squeeze them into like in the size of a cucumber, something like this, like a sisal cucumber without flour now. Then you take the knife, just go like this. Okay, then you got all these bad boys. Spray on them with some more flour, shuffle them around so they all get covered with flour so that when they don't like dry out in the next few minutes. And you want to throw them on the side and single on them out, throw more flour on it. So you want the center of your palm to form a little, just to press them, make a little round thing. And here's the thing: the rolling pin, perfect weapon for domestic violence. You want to, to me it's more like you're stretching the dough into shape with your left hand, and basically your right hand is just pressing it down. This is a odd shape what look like Australia to me, but you got the idea. So this is one, and you can just throw it next. Let the other guy do it. This is a very odd shape one. I will try to do a better job on the next one. Still your hand, just press it. Also, if you don't really feel confident about this part, you can go buy those frozen ones in the supermarket. But those ones, because they are frozen, when you defrost them, they maybe not work that well. Also, you don't want them to stick around. You have to constantly press them against the flour. So this one is still more square than round, but you got the idea. Okay, so now the wrapping part. Each guy just grab one of the wrappings. I did this one much better than before because I do better off the cameras. And you usually take the spoon like all my friends here does and get a scoop of the stuffing we made earlier. Put the wrapping in your palm. Well, you get the picture. And yeah. Okay, so now you have the stuffing in the middle. So now what you want to do is, holy crap, hold it like this, and to squeeze the side first. So get the two sides and gradually just wrap around. So I do this one. There's lots of stuffing, so have to do a little bit logistic here. And you just basically squeeze your way through. So now it's perfect one. That's one way of doing it. This is a perfect example of the dumpling. This one is also another style. You can make it more crunchy on the top. Also, you can make a little bit like a pie thing to just grab them and go like this, like a little apple pie thing. I think we're good. On the fry these things, so you put the pan, you put the fire on high, a little bit oil, just since we use a stick-proof pan, so there's no need to make it very oily. Get the dumpling, get the oil on the bottom side, just leave it there, let it stand there, like you are setting up a chessboard. So you basically, like this is a huge pan, you want the heat to be everywhere evenly on the pan, so easier to control. So you don't want to put like on the outskirt of the big pan. Like on the small pan, you can fill it up. Oof. You need a flat fry pan and with a lid, because you will see why it's so important to have a lid. So you want it to turn to high and let it sit on there for about 2 minutes to form a basic of the bottom crust. Okay, I think this is a good batch. And just put the lid on, let it sit for 2 minutes. So yeah, like after 2 minutes of the frying, now it's like you can see it, the skin is kind of lit up and it's really smooth there. Take like this amount of water, just don't let it do it, turn it to a high heat, let it just steam through, then it will form a very beautiful crust, like you can get a good one like this. You can see the crust, that's why it's called pot sticker, because it's stick on the pot. So if people cook it like a French fry, just deep fry it, they are not doing it right. They have to like put water so you have one side is clear, one side is crusted. Some people like to do two side crusted, but as a lazy man's method, I don't do it. I do the higher method, like a boss. So now you want to do like let the fire high for a little bit, then turn it down to like 6 or 5. Let it slowly vaporize so the soup will come up and condense on the crust, make the crust very tasty. Then after the water is gone, you want to turn it back to like 7 or 8 to really let the crust to make it hard and crunchy. Then you can take it out and serve. And to the serving front, yeah, use your imagination as you can see. Okay, so now when they're ready is you see this little charcoal they have like, it's not totally black, it's like a dark red brown kind of a little bit charcoal, then that is good. Like my friend Jerry who is filming this, his major concern is will this and everything be fully cooked? Well, 99.999 out of 100 they will be cooked when they have a nice glazed bottom like this, and basically they serve best when they're fresh out of the pan. And when you pick them up, you pick them on the side and careful, don't break the wrap because all those delicious juice will just fall out, and that's one of the most important part of this. Okay, we're done with this. Let's go. Eat it well. So yeah, now I usually go with the spicy sauce and soy sauce like this, and then you just grab one, dip the bottom on the sauce, and totally fine.